Maria, it's a pleasure to sit down with you. Thank you for coming to visit us today, the week that is the Arabian travel market in Dubai.
Thank you for having me, Mark. Good to be here.
It's amazing to sit down with you. I'd love to learn a little bit more about yourself firstly. And we're going to talk about Kerten Hospitality. And I think it's a brand that, even though it doesn't have a property in Dubai today, everyone knows about it, which is obviously great. But I'd love, why we do this podcast is for a number of reasons. One is for industry colleagues to hear about their friends and other properties and what they're up to. And the second is to show to younger individuals who are looking at what career to do, why hospitality is such a great career and where you can start from any position and grow to the top. So I'd love to hear about your journey in hospitality and then bring us up to today and what you're doing with Kerten.
Great. So I've been in the hospitality over 18 years. Actually, it was based on passion that I built up since I was a little girl, because I was living with my father and my family in hotels. So I grew up in hotels. So this is when I knew what I want to do and where I want to be. I worked with small family businesses. I worked with as well big international chains, hospitality chains, whether in Beirut and Qatar and GCC. And I moved up to the ladder in this field, and I ended up to run now to my current role in Kerten Hospitality as Director of Operation in Kingdom of Saudi Arabia for the region. What I actually do now is I oversee the development of our lifestyle projects, and I continue supporting whenever they are operational up and running. And I support and lead the team on site to make sure we immerse those properties and destination into the community and the cultural approach that we like to build in our destinations. And that's it. Here I am today.
Amazing. I'd love to get into the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Before we do that, can you just give people listening and watching an idea on Kerten Hospitality as a group? What falls under the group?
All right. So Kerten Hospitality is a global lifestyle operator. We manage hotels, residences, and we have our own also F&B brands. We create and develop bespoke destinations that are unique and different from any other brands. Even under one brand, you can see different properties and different design and different experiences. And we like to believe that we have three core values, which are sustainability, innovation, and growth and community. So basically, this is Kerten Hospitality in a quick nutshell, and we do believe in social impact project, absolutely.
Okay, amazing. And how many hotels are now operational versus in the pipeline, roughly?
All right, we have in the kingdom, the region that I oversee, over 23 projects under development and operation and in the pipeline. And globally, we have 55 plus projects in the pipeline and hopefully coming to life soon.
Oh, wow, Kerten's becoming a bit of a powerhouse.
Yes.
I met Michael at the golf club many years ago.
Yes,
so
our chairman.
It's great, yeah. So it's great to hear.
Yeah.
The Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, definitely from people here in Dubai looking over, it's an exciting country. I think it'll be great personally for the GCC. I've been there a few times, but really in and out of Riyadh. I want to talk about the collective, but just someone who's worked in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia for the last few years, like how exciting is it to be on the ground there, like from the world of hospitality specifically?
It's amazing. Actually, this is the right place and the right time to be in the kingdom, and the Vision 2030 with the three pillars of vibrant society, ambitious nation, and thriving economy. With those three pillars, everything is running around it. So now the kingdom is doing their best, to evolve and develop and make sure that those destinations are really unique and to be able to attract whether foreign travelers and even domestic tourism, because, even the Saudi local citizens also do lots of tourism inside the kingdom itself, and they have beautiful hidden gems in their areas, which is by giving them the right destination, the right experiences, people will come there, absolutely.
Because I think that was a big difference between maybe the UAE and Saudi, is that the UAE relied on so many expats and tourists to come in to get it kickstarted, whereas Saudi Arabia already has such a massive population and such a young population.
Absolutely, and what they are doing differently, also they are upskilling and, investing in their young talent by training, by collaborating with international training companies, by collaborating with operators like ourselves and many other operators, whether Kerten Hospitality or any other companies. So yeah, they are investing into their citizens and young talent to motivate them and challenge them up to the expectation of the hospitality in particular sector.
Amazing.
Yeah.
The collective, it's aligned with the 2030 vision for Saudi Arabia. You took inspiration from it. Can you talk us through that?
So the collective is an initiative that was launched back a year ago in May 2023. Of course, with the collaboration of the Ministry of Tourism. And the main idea of this initiative is to bring our 23 lifestyle projects under one umbrella. And it's not only to highlight our footprint or expand our footprint, but because by bringing those destinations into life, it actually is a commitment from our side to the Vision 2030 of expanding the hospitality world in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and the transformation of the hospitality landscape tourism in the region. So absolutely, it is part of, it contributes in a big way to the Vision 2030 of KSA.
And the collective in general what is the concept?
All right, so like I said, it's an initiative that brings the project under one, not brand, but let's say umbrella. Okay. And by this it's by creating a cohesive ecosystem.
And will it turn into hotels? Like, is that the...
No, yeah. So the hotels are under the collective. Okay. So all our properties, regardless of the brands, regardless of the destination, are under the collective. Okay. And this collective, we create like a support ecosystem to strengthen the impact of those projects into the kingdom and bring all the investors, all the partners, all the owners together to whether to support the domestic tourism between a project and whether to attract travelers from abroad.
Perfect. So the collective sounds like super interesting. I'd love to hear about like why you created it and where you felt like some of the advantages of having all of the brands feed into this initiative for the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
Okay, so part of the Vision 2030, it's about also sustainability and eco-friendly, alignment and approaches. So the collective is a dedication to sustainable practices and pioneering in the innovation of the hospitality. This is why we are now setting as Kerten Hospitality with the Ministry of Tourism and with our project working on it, eco-friendly systems and hospitality experiences aligning with the environmental goals of Vision 2030. So basically, this is the main advantage of having all those properties and projects under the collective, under one direction, one main goal and one target.
Amazing. Love to hear about that. I think it's becoming a thing that consumers are looking for more than ever now is sustainability. So, I have a few favorite brands. So it's great to hear Kerten are doing that. I'd love to kind of segue into, I hope I pronounce this right, Nakati.
Yes, correct.
We're very conscious that we try and get a good split of female leaders and male leaders, even on the podcast. One of my favorite episodes is with Jamie Simpson from Mina Assalam, Jamira Group. And she spoke, amazingly about female leadership, and she's quite vocal on it. I'd love to hear about Nakati, and please take it from there. I know it's an initiative for female entrepreneurship, so I'd love to hear more about it.
All right, so Nakati is one of our impact project F&B concept that is managed, operated, and created by women in Saudi Arabia to make sure we support women entrepreneurship by bringing an artisan homegrown gelato brand with amazing ingredients that are actually merged with local resourced ingredients that reflect the Saudi Arabian culture and history. So the main idea of Nakati is to create this support comprehensive system for women entrepreneurship to start on their own business, whether by a kiosk or whether by a cart, and take it from there, and we support them all the way.
Okay, so the gelato brand is one that's either been in the process of being built or is up and running?
It's up and running
It's up and
already.
running.
We have a store in Riyadh, and we have some kiosk in the Al Mamlaka tower in also in Riyadh, and we have our carts distributed in multiple destinations, and very soon in Bujairi Terrace, hopefully.
Okay,
In
amazing.
Diriyah, yeah.
I'll have to come taste it.
Absolutely.
But longer term, there's now a support system for other female entrepreneurs to
Yes,
come?
of course. So the main ambition expansion plan for Nakhati is to work with the family office, all right, to support a franchising program to expand into 30 carts plus 20 kiosks from A to Z. And with this program, with the family office, is to support 50 entrepreneurs to build up their own business and give them a full business package, whether from financial tools, whether from operationals manual, training manuals, quality control, everything from A to Z, to make sure they not only launch their business, but actually grow it and benefit from it.
Amazing. Because Kerten is so good, I think, at having females leading and being very present as well. And how important do you think that is for the younger generation, seeing individuals like yourself and obviously Marlies as CEO? How important do you think that representation is, especially in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia?
I like to believe that, and I hope that we can be inspiring enough to push and motivate all the ladies who maybe until now have some doubts if they want to enter the hospitality industry or any other industry. But in our sector, I can say that I like to believe that we do motivate those ladies, and it's important for them to understand that gender parity should not be used as an excuse, but actually to say to them, if you want not to be treated differently, you need to act equally to be treated equally. So gender parity for me is not an excuse and should not be an excuse for any female or woman into any other industry, whether hospitality or other.
Amazing. And is this initiative going to be expanded into other regions? Is it going to stay in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia? Do you plan to take it?
Of course, definitely. So the idea of supporting women entrepreneurship has started in Saudi Arabia, and with the Family Office Expansion Social Impact Project, this is our main target. But however, we would love to take it into other countries even, and not only the region itself. We even brought it to Dubai in Expo, and it was an amazing success also. So definitely there's an expansion to take it abroad and enlarge our social impact idea and approach.
Amazing. If we go back to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, obviously we're sitting in Dubai here for the Arabian travel market, and Dubai has such a broad spectrum of hospitality offerings, from 3 stars to 4 stars to 5 stars to resorts. Pretty much everything is covered.
Yes.
Co-working hotels, it's really grown over the last few decades. What are the trends that you're seeing on the ground in the kingdom? What are the focus areas in hospitality today, and what trends you see growing over the next few years, just from you being on the ground in the kingdom? So
I must say experiential travel on 2 levels, whether it's personalization or whether it's authentic locality or culture connection, because nowadays, travelers are increasingly seeking unique experiences and connection, whether to the cuisine, whether to the culture, whether to the history of the destination, rather than regular touristic activities. So us as Kerten Hospitality, being hopefully pioneers in creating a bespoke destination, we do focus on this part of community building and experiences that go beyond our buildings of the properties. So for example, in our company, we have this position of the Chief Experience Officer, and his main task or goal, let's say, is to breathe in and out the brand's ethos in contribution to the actual local destination. So for example, he goes, for example, into the destination, do the research, connect to the community, connect to the neighbors, connect to the people there, understand the history, understand the culture, and then work with the community manager, which is a position that we recruit upon our team, to make sure we create this bespoke experience. So guest preferences now are becoming norms. It's not only to build up a personalized experience rather than an actual journey. So it's not a regular concierge service. It's actually how to make the guest, whenever comes into the property, connect and belong and be part of the community of the destination he is present in.
Okay, so there's a big connection between what you think the trends in Saudi are is between people staying in a hotel, but not just in a hotel as a commodity, but wanting to know what's happening in that region, like culturally with the communities.
Exactly, and this is why we collaborate, for example, with the handcraft artisans. We collaborate with local chefs. We create events in the property and beyond the property to make sure that the guests connect to the culture and to the history of the destination itself. So yes,
Okay.
it's beyond a regular experience. It's more into connection and community building.
And is that in more of like the new Giga projects areas, or is that still in places like Riyadh? Because, you know, when I went there, you know, obviously I didn't stay in a Kerten, so I'm not saying it was your properties, but when I stayed in, you know, name the brand, it felt like just a generic stay. It was just a room in a city.
Correct. So this is what we do differently
Yeah.
in Kerten Hospital. So if you go and stay in one of our properties, then you will feel the difference, because this experience or this journey I'm talking about that we try to create, that we create with our guests, it goes beyond. So it's not only translated within the guest, but even with the team themselves. So the guest will feel and will understand where he is, and he will be able to enjoy a purposeful stay in addition to the regular touristic activities.
Okay.
So, and now, no, it's not only in small project, but in every single giga project or mega project. So it's about the destination.
Thank you so much, Maria. It was great to hear about so many of the projects that Kerten are doing and the initiatives in the kingdom. I can't wait to come and visit and hopefully stay at some of your properties, and I'll experience the difference. I want to finish on we always like leaving a little bit of advice. So if there was a young woman today listening in the Middle East to this episode who aspires to build a career in our wonderful world of hospitality, what would be some of the pieces of advice you'd give to her based on, you know, the experience you have in the industry?
All right. So I think I would tell her not to settle for what is given to her, but actually to seek for opportunities, take risk, and challenge your capacities. Do not settle for anything that is offered, but jump into actually the opportunity that you have. I would say keep a strong will, because I'm definitely sure that you were right. You will find the right way to get where you want to be. And like I said before, do not use gender parity as an excuse. Act equally to be treated equally. And at the end, try to leave a print wherever you are and with whoever you work with.
Amazing. Maria, listen, thank you so much for coming and visiting us today. Really enjoyed speaking with you.
Same, Mark. Thank you for having me again.